Good job. Good job. All right, let's get this going. All right, okay, cool. Let's start this. We can get into the main juice of the moose. All right, let's get some juice of the moose in here. All right, put that there. Put that there. Put that there. All right. Okay, let's get going. Okay, I think I don't know what it is, but I think. Wait. I don't want to jinx it. I think we're on the roll. RS, good to see you again. Brev, thank you very much, Ricky. Good to see you as well. TikTok's going through a bit of a funny one at the moment. A few hours before, huge shorts were put. Not few hours before. Yesterday, someone, I'm going to show it to you. Someone put an absolutely ginormous short on the market, and I'm wondering, it makes you think: did this person know what was going on? Some might make lesser people would be suspicious about it. Me, on the other hand, I am completely suspicious about it. None of this lesser people crap. I'm full blown. Yeah, some people made some money. Yeah, bro. Took Nier. Yeah, man. Great call on Nier. Nier did an amazing move. Well done, man. I'm glad that you took profits. I'm glad that you're taking profits, man. He must have known. I think he there's a definite that this guy knew something. That he knew something because he did a $80 million 5x short. Yeah, $80 million 5x short on the market. So that guy knew something. He knew something. You know what I mean? Because wow is the only way I can put what just happened to the market. Although, look, I'll say this to you now. Yeah, things are not great. I'm not going to say that this thing may not roll over more aggressively, honestly, unfortunately, right? I'm not saying he may not do that. But the thing that I will say is this, right? The thing that I will say is this, is that if he does a taco, right? If he's feeling potentially, particularly taco right now, then I would say that this could be a very, very good buy the dip type of opportunity. But I don't know if this is working. One second. Why is this not working? Is this working? A second. Let me try this. Does that work? I want to check if that's working. Yo, okay. It looks like it's working. Cool. Cool. But why did the last one not work? Let's try this again. I'll be with you guys in 2 seconds. I'm just trying to make sure why the chat isn't working. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, someone knew something's happened. All of what's going on right now is just silliness. It's the only way I can put it. Insider trading will harm the crypto. I think not even just insider trading in crypto. I think that happens a lot, and it's somewhat synonymous with what's going on with what's in the market with them. You know what I mean? It was happening with I don't know. I think it's just like a liquidity grab at this moment. It's crazy. Do you think this was a purposeful manipulation to drive the market down to 117? I don't think Zukri. I would say they wouldn't give two monkeys about the crypto market. I don't think it's got anything to do with that. I think it's Trump pulling a massive hissy fit. Although my mark was close. I was $100 off. $100 off. Look, I'll say this to you now. Now, this is the thing that I will say, and it's really, really important, right? Is this. Right now, it's hard to even understand what to do. All right? It's really hard to understand what to do because it's now left out to, and this is the thing that I'm going to say, right? Is now left to what Donald Trump does. And even saying that sentence makes me slightly sick. it makes us slightly it makes me slightly sick, right? Because You have to believe it's over for crypto. For crypto, alts topped in December. Oh man. Okay. Uh, the goalposts have been moved for alt coin every other day. Let's be honest. Nobody knows. Pointless making predictions. Thank you so much, Redemption. Then I think you should just he's angry about the Nobel Peace Prize, and we were the ones who were being punished. He got angry about, yeah. Look, right now, I'll say this, right? I think around, let's look at all right, I'm going to do, I had a show planned, all right? All of that stuff is out the window now. All of it. All that stuff is out the window because this man is throwing a hissy fit at this present moment. So we need to look into hissy fit parameters, right? Hissy fit dynamics, hissy fit parameters. We need to look into baby mechanics, right? Baby mechanics, or orange Fibonacci levels. You know what I mean? Like all those type of things. Baby mechanics and orange Fibonacci levels, right? Those are the things that we need to play with right now. Right? That's where we're right now. But I will say this, right? I'm going to say this to you. I. Oh, God. Honestly, what do you mean? What happened? Donald Trump had a shamuzi, a shaguzi, a shabubi. Look, I'll say this, right? I'll say this. Right now, the market is pulling back, obviously because of what's saying, and more importantly, it's pulling back relatively hard. The S&P 500 is pulling back harder than crypto, and I would say that we are. If this continues on, and Donald Trump announces something silly, like something really stupid, then this could be real pain in the market, right? Like it could be an elongated, longer term downward trend if he does. I don't think he's going to. I don't think he would want to really tank the market that aggressively for no reason. For no reason other than that. Because what this causes, if there's these massive tariffs and all these more aggressive effects happen, then the Fed won't cut because inflation will go absolutely parabolic. And I wouldn't be surprised if the 30-year yields have gone crazy as well. Yeah. Oh no, 30 years ago are okay, but we'll have to see. Right now, it's full speculation, and to be honest, what's happening in the crypto market right now, this pullback and everything else, and all these people selling, is more indicative of market makers using this aggressive news to dump as much as they can onto all the positive gains that we've had. Now, I still hold by. Hold by the fact that we're going to be coming into a third attempt here. So I expected some level of pullback, and to be honest, look, I mean, we're playing around. We played around with the levels that I gave. It had some little bounces, but this thing looks like more probably it's going to hit this 116, 1159 area, right? And the thing is, this that if Donald Trump has a change of heart, and all of this, and I mean genuinely, all of what we're going to be doing right now, anything I give you will mean nothing. Because it all depends on when he changes his mind and what he does. If he does something stupid, everything is going to nuke. I'm telling you. It's like aggressive nukage. So I would keep a close eye on that tweet that he's going to be doing or what he's going to be doing. More importantly, at 5 p.m. ET, which is going to be about 10 p.m. my time, he's going to be doing a conference. And I'm almost at the point where I don't want to watch it. I kind of don't want to watch it. And that's the situation it is right now. Like that's the crazy aspect of what's going on. Incredible. Like him doing something on that level is out of this world. Yeah, he's going to be doing a press conference today at 5 p.m. A last minute call press conference that he's going to be having a conversation about. So now, would I say that it's a reason to cash out? Not particularly, in my opinion. I don't think that we're nowhere near understanding what he's going to do. Because right now, it's a threat. And whether this guy actually goes through with any of his threats is another matter. right? That's something that I want everyone to really understand. Does he go through with it? Does he not go through with it? What is he going to do? All this move is complete speculation right now. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what the situation is. I would be surprised if this thing goes. I mean, look, there's some simple things, right? If it goes below the 108.9, then we will have a deeper correction. I don't think the bull runs over. I really don't think the bull runs over. Oh no. He's gonna try. If he starts to do something silly, things can have more of a deeper correction. That's for definite. But I'm still holding on the note that this is going in this direction. We're coming into an area where we should hopefully see some form of reaction off this point. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know what else to say to you guys, but I will show you this. Right? I'll show you something really funny. Right? I'll show you something really funny. This here was yesterday, and that is some mofo, right, putting on a 80 million 5x short on the market. So someone is doing some dirty amounts of damage right now. We'll see. Yeah, 117 not holding. This level here not holding is not a great thing at all. We'll see. At this moment right now, we're going to be seeing most probably a pullback, and just saying it how it is, right? 104 sits the most liquidity. Maybe this was the catalyst for the market. Look, I mean, we could look. I said the potential pullback to grab some liquidity was there, but this right now, if he had said what he was going to do, it would be better than him threatening it. Because right now, he gave a list, man. I've got about 10 Alvarez cryptos for me. Yeah, I have about 150. Bob messaged me the other day asking me how my crypto journey was going. All right, so that's the thing. Do you think it's time to hold short positions? Oh, right, yeah. Look, right now, shorts would when he had when he announced it, right? So right now you're getting into a bit of problematic. There's going to be a bounce at some point, and the issue that I have is that it's the third consecutive a red candle that we're having going into the weekend, and more importantly, it's the third year anniversary of the S&P 500 closing. And I said if it closes green, it would be great. But seeing one of your videos earlier this year showing that the last rate cut was the peak of the Bitcoin. It usually causes some sort of pullback, right? There's usually a pullback of that thing. But this is a different thing. Look, right now, you need to understand this. This isn't a market condition move. I want everyone to really understand this, right? It's not a market condition move. This is a Trump move. This is a Trump move. This pullback is wholeheartedly Trump. Because he's put in a this ain't a Black Swan event. Black Swan event is when there is an uncontrollable economic rolling over. It's something that they can't control, and it barrels over. This is more a singular tweet by Donald Trump saying, "Okay, we've come to an agreement. We'll pump this thing like you would not believe." This is a tweet. We're in tweet mechanics right now. Tweet baby mechanics right now, right? I almost went long 117. Happy I did it. It just went insane. Well, at 117, it did bounce. There was a hefty bounce at that point, where a lot of people's buy orders were. He could have made a good amount of money there, and got out. But man, did they just? Oh man, I just went long on LTC. We'll see. Look, I'm thinking I would say around 116, 115.9 will be a decent bounce point. But when is the Trump conference again? It's 5 p.m. ET, so around 10 my time. Would this enforce the Fed to no, definitely not. Definitely not. This is the funny thing about it. It's such a stupid situation that we're in right now. This is so stupid. It has taught we are bear. I mean, every time it pulls back doesn't mean that you should be bearish about things, man. That's the one thing I will say. But I will say this: like, would you long soon? I'll see. Around the 116, 115, I might do a short term leverage play to see if we can capture the bottom of it. But I'm gonna say this, right? I'm gonna say this. It's not over. I mean, like, this is the thing, right? I want to say this to you guys. Why would you say it's over right now? Can anyone explain this to me? Why would you say why? I want everyone's understanding why you think it's over right now. If it wasn't for Donald Trump tweeting, why would it be over? I'm waiting for an answer. Think logically about this. 4-year cycle, what does that mean? You repeating that, you must have some understanding of why that means it's over. Right now, this is the thing. If the tariffs don't help him to pressure the Fed into cutting, now that it's completely opposite way. Rubik's, nice, yeah. It's my stress reliever. I'm relieving my stress right now. Honestly, when I heard the news, I was in meetings left, right, and center, and even in the meeting, the guy was like, "Okay, I think we're gonna need to put off this marketing campaign." I was like, "Why?" Donald Trump just tweeted. I was like, "Oh no, stop!" It's gonna be a good one as well. This was gonna be a massive one, but whatever. Sees manipulation to help big money. I think right now, I think it's a liquidity grab or a reason for people to make some money right now. Because I'll say this to you, right? And I want you to understand this. And I want to show this to you guys, right? This dip was man-made. Remember that. Don't forget. That this dip was man-made. And the moment he tweeted saying tariffs are over, he made, and all of his institutions and everyone else made absolute Tao expecting halving, right? You will thank me later. What would I thank you later about? Buy the dip. Oh yeah, no, I'm buying the dip, bro. You need to understand. There's no way that I believe this is over. I'm gonna put some more money in Sol. Look at Lamar. I like Lamar, man, bro. I honestly, like the way you're thinking and the way that you're understanding is making me proud, bro. I'm not even joking. Like I remember the evolution of where you went to where, and I'm so happy that you're here and you're actually killing it, man. It's an awesome feeling. I really like it when people are doing well and actually learning and understanding how this market works and understanding the way that they try to manipulate you and you looking in the opposite way. Because your portfolios are being like crazy. What do you mean? Killed my superposition on the way down. Still in the green, but board Pepe we got slaughtered. Yeah, unfortunately. Look, this is the thing right now. I did a video about it, so you guys should really watch these videos. I said you need to wait. Right now, it's rotation, right? When I'm rich, I remember you, bro. When you're rich, come on, man. You have 14 ice cream fans. This is the thing, right? This is why I want to explain to everyone. It's just rotation right now, right? So money is moving around left, right, and center. And the thing is, when you get things like, you did tweet that it will hit 100. No, did I? Possibly around that. I was thinking more around the 170. Well, if this don't, all TA goes out the window when the orange man opens his mouth. It's as simple as that. If someone annoys him slightly, it is over. He will throw all the toys out the pram, right? And it's partly the reason why he didn't win the Nobel Peace Prize. I wonder if he had done this if he had won. Oh my god, anyhow, whatever. I don't want to go into it. So right now, for me, it's a buy the dip type of opportunity, right? This guy could change his mind at any second. At any second, right? And the thing is, even Xi Jinping was like, "What? I'm surprised at this type of reaction. So I'm sure there's going to be some sort of understanding. But if this guy announces, and I'll say, oh man, if he announces something stupid at 5 p.m., something like I'm putting a 4 billion% tariff on China, and then on top of that I'm doing this and sanctioning that and doing that, this will dip hard. So wholeheartedly wait on what this guy is going to say. That's what I'm going to do. Not that I'm in many positions, don't get me wrong, but man, one type of thing to do is actually just to follow his tweets. These big short producers were created. Yes, they give me some hope that it's just a Trump family play to do. I would say there's a look. If someone, you need to understand this, right? And I want everyone to really to get this right. There are reasons why these big trading Web2 banks will pay billions to gain seconds on information, and these guys have the information like you would not believe. Someone that would had the cojones to put a $400 million short on the market, but it is bold, right? If you have no information about it, and for me, this guy is playing some serious game. So look around the 116, 115 level. That's what I would say. That's my thing. Skim positions are depends if you're on profit, man. If you're on profit and you feel like there's a potential for this to nuke harder, depending on what he says, then yeah, I'd be careful. We are hitting the hell very close. What? Maybe. Okay, we'll see. We'll see what the situations go. Right now, it's a wait and see. There's nothing you can do right now. Literally, nothing. I mean, you can short if you want to, but if you're going to buy the deal, would you please share some levels? Yeah, I said around. I will do a little play around the 159, 116 level. I put a little leverage buy order there but it will be like take profit type of deal. If I see anything rolling over, I will take profit hard on that. Right. I have my stop losses as well. But right now, yeah, he's caused a bit of a problem. Lesson to everybody: just accumulate Bitcoin next cycle. Alts are not worth the hassle. They will be, man. They will be. Oh boy, they will be. They definitely will be. This is the thing that I'm going to tell everyone right now. I've always said it before that what you saw in BNB will be what happens across the board, and it's only happens when there is enough liquidity in the market to do so. This is the thing. Yeah, this is gonna probably push up towards the 60%. I mean, I thought about it, but my God, did that have him? Have you seen Plasma, by the way? Oh man. Oh my God. So after you mark your levels, how did you really buy? Do you just set limit orders, or what? You gotta set limit orders. Yeah, limit orders with a stop loss. You can't always win them, but yeah, wow. See, look, these type of things, and this is why you put things like Trump needs to shut his mouth. Yeah, most probably. Well, unless he wants to buy a yacht or something, then he can not shut his mouth. It's all dependent on what he's trying to get the outcome of the day. I mean, there was something I want to watch. 1 second, do you guys mind if we watch this? All right, let's watch this. This is the announcement of what happened today. It was like 2 hours ago. Do you mind if we watch it? I'm gonna watch this.
For what would eventually be some sort of talk between the U.S. and China, in particular, the meeting of the two, head honchos.
I'm gonna be buying a lot of
the big conversation, at least among kind of diplomatic circles, was what is the U.S. going to do on export controls surrounding semiconductors and AI chips, and how is China going to have a similar discussion over export controls of rare earths, critical minerals, and permanent magnets? One needs the other needs the other, and that's really the core here. China announced 2 nights ago that they were putting more export controls on rare earths and permanent magnets, specifically tied to the equipment to make these things. it was a big deal in the community that follows us, the industry that follows us, but it hadn't really reached a level of knowledge to, I'd say, broader markets and audiences. And I think the president's True Social post just now has really brought this to the fore.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and it was a very lengthy social media post from President Trump here, which I've read and seen. And he, in that post, he kind of calls out the fact that, listen, rare earths are important to the U.S.
Yeah.
And really important to us, but we've got a lot of stuff that's really important to you, kind of making that argument here. So I'm wondering, you know, you've covered this side of the business for a long time, and we've seen this president make some bold claims that it may be open to negotiation.
You know, and this is the funny thing about everything,
we're going to go here,
and I want to say this to
maybe, you know, I mean, this is so fresh right now. That's, you know, as you know, like it's unclear sometimes when the president is very, very serious about what he said, and sometimes when it might be like kind of a negotiating tactic. The sense has been, you know, there is going to be some sort of haggling beforehand, and we'll see what that is. It's come to the to the front now at this point. Whether or not he'll meet with the Chinese president, with Xi Jinping, unclear. The bet would be, though, that, you know, these two sides are kind of lobbing into the public forum, like what is really at stake here. And, you know, tariffs, I mean, there are many people who've said now for a while, like, well, the tariffs have been so high on China since the first Trump administration that threatening higher tariffs, it's unclear what impact that would be. And of course, back in April, when he did threaten the big tariffs, that's when you saw China's true retaliation, which was the explicit export controls on rare earth magnets.
Yep, that seems to be a pretty big bargaining chip here. Do we have any sense of where China's coming from? Do they want to make deals with the U.S.? Do they want more open trade with the U.S.? Or are they pretty confident in their ability to go without it?
I think China knows what their leverage is. At the same time, you know, just speaking to people in industry, in national security, defense, they also understand that they do want access to chips, right? The United States is well ahead of China, especially on AI chip manufacturing. And this is an industry that China would like to gain some space on. That's why that's why Trump announced the revenue share from NVIDIA and AMD chips, these lower-grade AI chips, and Letnick has talked about it, and that's really what's at stake here. And it seems like China thinks this is the pressure they can put on to convince the United States to lift the export controls that they have on those products.
It would seem to me it's always better to talk and to have dialogue and negotiation, and ideally to meet face-to-face. How important do you think a meeting with President Trump and President Xi at this APEC meeting, which is in the end of this month in South Korea, how important do you think that is to the whole thing?
It's a great question. It does feel like even today in the highly technological world that we live in, that face-to-face does matter.
Of course it matters.
You know, and the president being able to see Xi Jinping face-to-face, you know, maybe a little bit of the bluster that we see kind of publicly posted can ease a little bit, and they can have a more pointed conversation. But again, like, you talk to people who've been in the room with Obama or Biden or previous presidents, right? Big diplomatic summits. This is the kind of work that is months in the making, and every comment and every, you know, smile or look is heavily practiced. So it is critical.
I'm gonna buy the dip. I don't care. I'm gonna buy some dips, right? I'm gonna roll some dice, right? I'm gonna buy the dip, right? So, we're gonna see some sort of reaction of this point. These shorts they're gonna come for these shorts, right? The long to short ratio is stupid at the moment. Where are we right now? Well, what is it at the moment? It must be massive at this present moment. What is it? What's the long to short? Come on, Tinternet. Market's been trash. Donald Trump's is the human version of that. That's what he's doing at the moment. Come on. Why are you not working? Yeah, look, the long to short ratio at this present moment, there's a huge skew, right? huge skew towards the shorts. There is going to be a moment where this thing is going to get eaten up hard, right? So shorting at this point, why is this wrong? Why is this not working? Anyway, I don't know why it's not working. But yeah, I mean the long to short ratio must be massive at the moment, and it's going to get eaten up. That people who do late shorts will get annihilated in a second. So we could see a possible come down towards this level of the 116, 159, and then come back and test the upper levels of the 117. So it could do something on this level where it could come down and tag these bottom levels here. And in that point, a lot of these shorts are going to get annihilated, and it could even push even higher and then rock back down. The problem is with the pullback of this aggressive nature, is that the recovery will need to come to a point where it will be higher than the previous low. So it would have to go above the 122.5, 122.6 for this to be a recovery. And the further this thing goes down, it's going to be the harder it's going to get to that level. We cannot see your screen. Okay, JK. I like to play these Sherlock Holmes games with everyone here. I'm just Matthew, stop. It was my hey. Don't take away my fun. Why you take away my fun? That's my fun. Where can you expect a? Don't call me that. Jesus, stop it. Yeah. Oh wow, that's interesting. That the website just crashed. Oh, amazing. Inspector, do tell. I think that something on that level is going to happen. Around that level, there will be a bounce. This thing can't just nuke in one candle, right? I can't see your screen. Thank you, my man. Appreciate it. This week, we'll be out. We'll see. Look, Sunday's an important day. It's a super duper important day, and usually on a Friday when it does these stupid things, Sunday is a there's a man in the word, and there's an up, and there's some palatial mountains. There's a man up palatial mountains. You know what I mean? That can happen on Sunday, so that could be a good time to really to play off that. But man, that candle is dirty candle. This dip is still a high low technically, isn't it? Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, it really. I mean, if this thing starts to get below this bottom level here, I mean, it could come in, to try and clean out the 110 as well. If things get really, really silly, which is not a possibility that it can't do that. If Donald Trump announces something stupid, it can do that. It could then, I would say the 110 would be an area to look at. So what could be a potential play here is that on that bounce around the 116, 159, long and then short it. Because I don't see Donald Trump giving any level of clarity of this. None. He's saying, guys not going to give clarity. In fact, he will give more importantly, right? 110 will be no, I won't. What are you talking about? No, I think that'll be fine. I think you'll be fine, man. In actuality, he's probably going to give more uncertainty into the market. That's what I would say. So we'll see. You love him, admit it. I love Donald Trump. He makes my lives a bit more interesting. I am gonna say that he does make it a bit more interesting. Could it be positive news from Donald Trump today? CBIP. I feel like doing a poll. Should I do a poll whether that's gonna be the case? Does anyone want to do a poll whether he's gonna give positive news? Literally a couple of hours after he announced something. Let's do a poll. All right. Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll. Quick poll, right? No, I don't know how that works. What is that? Poll of what? I need to put the numbers in. All right. Technology is happening again. All right, guys. So bear with me. Custom. All right. Okay, got it. Let me custom this thing. All right. How do I custom it? How do I create a custom? How does custom? What is custom? Custom. No, that's not what I mean by custom. Wait, how do you this bear with me. It's riveting. Manage. Okay. 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 The question. All right. Look at this. All right, man. All right. Yes. No. All right. Done. Save this. Riveting. I know it's riveting. All right. All right. 5 minutes. There we go. Poll has been set. Bitcoin 117. Yeah. I mean, let's see. Let's see if I had this. No, that's not what I want to do. But I would not be surprised if this thing doesn't come back and test this 516 level. That would be I put a buy order around that level. So we'll see. Let's see. What happens. Looks like it for the purpose manipulation for accumulation. Yeah. You'll see. And the thing is, what my favorite thing is, and this is my real favorite thing. This cracks me up like nothing else, is that you see all the bears come out and go. You see the bears come out and go, yeah, look, see, I told you, bruv. Like, I told you this was gonna happen. Like, the chart said it. The chart said it, right? According to the forces, the magic forces, according to the Fibonacci level, Donald Trump was gonna announce something negative. Thank God. Honestly, where's the poll here? Right there. All right, the Fibonacci. Oh, in fact, can I move that? No. Oh, no. Okay. The Fibonacci told us that Donald Trump was going to tweet. That's how it works. Here's a definition of quantum entanglement. Yeah. That's what I would say. I mean, I'm just gonna like. There's nothing much I can say today. Like right now, it's all dependent on that idiot. The only level I can say is there's gonna be a bounce at that level. Everything else is gonna be hurting. Serious question is no, I don't think so. I mean, it could be. Honestly, it could be if he says something stupid. But then I'm gonna be accumulating like a I'm gonna be accumulating that nothing else. I did some accumulate. Man, look, I'll tell you this, right? Just so I can tell you, right? I bought Nvidia down here, so I did well with Nvidia, right? So that, I mean, although that is a that's a candle. I'm not gonna. My lord, that's a candle. Anyway, let's not look at that. Let's not look at the candle on the SPX, right? Technically, Bitcoin is doing very well in relation to SPX, because that candle and that candle are not the same. Is this for not necessarily, because the tariff announcement was not an if but a maybe. It's a I was doing this, right? So that was concerns of massive inflation problems. Although, to be honest, if you counter the percentage of trade from China into the USA, you're looking at about a 40%, 40 to 50% of the effects of tariffs are from China. So it's pretty bad, right? If he does something stupid, it's going to be very, very bad. It happened at then boom after a few days. Yeah. 153 is the golden pocket retrace. Well, if you look at in the Fibonacci, yeah, but I would say around the 15.9, 1600. I would say that. Damn. So, yeah. I don't know what to say. 16.7. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Fib the last low to the high is 15.3. Yeah. I know. Fibs aren't always. They don't always hit. Horizontals are usually a stronger area of resistance. I was looking at this, by the way, the other day on plasma. I kind of want to do a play on plasma, like a spot. Do you have any good news for us? Long term, I think we're going to be completely fine. I think we're going to be better than fine. I would call these moments spectacular buying opportunities. What's changed long term? Orange Man, good news. 46% yes, 53% no. Oh, in the middle. Only 15 of you voted out of 165. So, all right. I'm assuming a lot of you guys are on the toilet, which makes me happy to be that intimate with you guys. It's very kind. In the borrowing market, gotta love the. I mean, look, I'm just Matthew. I got one in the bathroom. No. There's gonna be a point where this bottoms out, right? October could be over since we all expect the same October. No, look. I'm gonna say this to you, right? And I want to show you guys something, and I want this to be very, very clear, right? Why did the S&P 500 recover from here? Can anyone answer this question? Because it's very easy. This is the easiest question you can carry on about plasma. I'm gonna come to plasma in a second. It's a super duper easy question. Is because here, this candle, this God candle on the S&P 500 was him saying tariffs are on pause. And then from that, it did the massive rally in history. If he says something stupid, it literally is if he says something stupid, this thing can nuke super hard. That's it. It's the only way I can put it. Let's see what happens on that side. But man, that candle is something. Do you think bull run might be longer than? Yeah, I think it's gonna be a right side elongated bull run. I said I was saying 2026 is my run. When does he speak? At 5 p.m. ET, so about 2 hours. No, I think it's gonna go even longer than that. Genuinely. Look, you need to understand this fact. Like, as I said yesterday, I said this before to everyone as well. The moment that Donald Trump fixes this tariff crap, it will completely and utterly, in every way you could possibly imagine, sort everything out. It is a fundamental issue in this market right now. Is this stupid tariff thing, and him not even the tariff. The tariff on its own is actually a great idea. If it's implemented and sorted out and the deals are done and all that kind of stuff is done, it's actually a really good thing because it brings in excess income into the economy and all that kind of stuff. And it's a singular inflationary jump, which can be managed by the Fed, right? But when he's flippity floppity, oh my God. Oh, man, people are saying... I'm gonna close my Bitcoin. Chat. Orange Man, it was a joke. It was fun. Thank you for your leverage money. Oh my God. When do you think he's gonna put the damn tariffs BS to end? I mean, not even to end. He just needs to settle it. The market can adjust and arrange around something that is certain. It's uncertainty is what's causing this. Nice to be president of the US. Your family are able to make spot on. It's amazing. Americans. I love how he goes, Nancy. I love how he's with a straight face goes, Nancy Pelosi makes millions of dollars from insider trading. And I'm like, bruh. Bruh. Yeah. Yeah, you're being serious, right? About this? What? Your net worth is doubled, bro. Oh God, I can't. Seriously, the Bears right now. I don't know if I can make that joke. Can I make that joke? Am I allowed to make that joke? Anyway, the Bears are coming out of the nightclubs, if you know what I mean. Having having had their certain parts of their body um uh having certain extremities handled, and now they're out for new blood. What the hell are you talking about? Thank you so much. I'm glad that you don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, the Bears are going to be. Oh my God, they're going to be having a sexual experience right now, genuinely, with all this what's going on. Let's see. Let's see what this freak off. Uncle Jay. Uncle Jay, stop it. There's no baby oil in this chat, all right? uh yeah, so oh man. Okay. I mean the prisons Jam just had a blow of the oh my God, Jam is making babies right now. Like he is just like anyone that comes into yeah, you'd see, told you that's what the bounce will be. It's not gonna be a big bounce though, I'll tell you that now. It's just they're just taking out liquidity at this present moment. In fact, let me 1 second. Yeah, I think I'm gonna sell. 1 second. Cool. All right. Bank some profits. Jam is so happy right now. Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't know. Like I don't know how he would be able to keep his table down. All right, that's what I'm gonna say. I don't know how he's gonna keep his table down. Not that you'd have to pump the chair up to get there, but you know what I mean. I mean, look, you're seeing it. Like, see, there you go. I told you. In fact, what number did it bounce off? I am curious. Let's see what number this bad boy bounced off. It's like, ah, I feel like now I understand how Jam feels. Can you hold your table down? Oh man, my chair is all the way to the ground. I need the bit. I like to make space. God, dude, there's children there. What? What are you talking about? Come on, like you saw it live. This is the first, and it's recorded. That's what she said, right? And it's recorded. It's live. You see. That was spot on. I told you guys. It's not that easy streaming things exhausting. Yeah, man, forget that. I've been in so many meetings and all this kind of stuff. Just so you guys understand that there's a potential something that might come about next week. And if I was to say being in the pro group will be of enormous benefit, that would be an understatement. RSI still got room to go down. Funky, man. I think wait. I think you owe me a rose now or some sort of, because we saw it Live, Brev. Live. I was never so entertained while actually losing money. I tried to, in these moments, I tried to make things entertaining. Like TA and stuff like that means nothing right now. Honestly. I mean, like, you can play with little things like this. This is going to dip back down again. People are going to sell. So all the buy orders were there. And, I made a, couple of $100 for my high leverage trade. Let's wait. If it doesn't hit 100, what does that mean if it doesn't hit? What happens if it goes through? That doesn't make sense, bro. I said where the bounce is going to be. Oh, man. So what's the big bag you're holding, man? And what you accumulating this is depends on the graphs and everything else. I don't look at particular. I look at graphs and understand graph mechanics. Oh man, that was an amazing call. Graph mechanics and things like that, right? So it depends on what's going on, where the narrative is, and whether the money's rolling in, and where the liquidity is moving. And that's part of the agency that I'm a part of and I work with, and there's the various other aspects that I do work in. That gives me the understanding of where it's going. And I'll tell you this, right? If you think this bad boy is over, by the way, I mean, come on, you are sorely. I do? What are you talking about? I'm fully teetotal. I don't think I've had a drop in like a year and a bit. Even on my birthday, I didn't. Yeah, if you think that the BNB is over, I would, I would think twice about that. All right, I'm not. You're really good at talking without saying anything. Thank you so much. What you mean that? What you mean without saying anything? I literally gave the level of where this thing was gonna bounce. Oh my god! I am super tired. I love these comments. They're amazing. At BS Show, thank you so much. I appreciate it. You're more than welcome to jog on, my friend. No problem. No problem. Jogging is it seems like a pastime that you can do. You could have given the support levels. Yeah, if you squish the graph, I mean, yeah. That's not that bad. That's not that bad. You can't see the graphs from my lines, but that's not bad. Like, that's amazing. That was one of the most amazing sentences I've ever heard. You could have told the lines and levels, bro. I was like, okay. I don't know. Okay, people are upset that they lost money. I get it, and they want to take out on something. And I'm a person that they like to take it out of. I don't know. Stewie, give us hope, please. Yes. Yeah, man. I don't know what hope to give you, man. It's all dependent on the on the Trump meister. What can I say? But I'll say this: look, once, I'll say this. Can you look at vet for me? We can look at vet. I've staked that. Vet is my long-term play. Oh, but anyway, I'll get to vet in a second. And this is what I'm talking about: plasma, right? I'll talk about plasma. This is my understanding, right? Plasma was one of the most hyped. I want to add to that. Yeah. I'm gonna do that. You should also stake it as well. There's a really good staking protocol that's linked in my in the, if you go to here on the comments, you can see it. I was gonna show it today, but I don't think it's the right date. I don't think it's the right date to show it. Look at anything right now is somewhat pointless. That's what I mean. There's no point right now. I can give you little bounce levels, but that's if you're going to be playing the market, right? You see how it is? I told you it'll get eaten up. That little bounce was a nice little bounce, and it got eaten up because people are looking to the. We could see some form of reversal from here. It depends. So let's see. If the 15.9 is not taken out, and maybe potentially a little bit lower, maybe it could go down to where the 15. I mean, according to the fib, yeah, maybe it could go down and bounce from there. Okay, 1 second. like trader, please, Trump, keep your mouth shut. Wait, are you on a long or a short? I wish I had the button to turn off your chat sometimes. But it's all right. Whatever. People, it always happens. You're in the long. Okay. Well, you could potentially do well. It could be if we get a recovery here, because there's gonna be a point. Alvarez, we need a lifeline as the mastermind. Tell me what your biggest bag strategy is right now. Donald Trump's tweet. That's my strategy right now. When there is clarity on what he's gonna do, and when they meet, I got a feeling that Donald Trump is that type of person. Is that when you meet him, and that meeting goes well, he will change his mind, and that changing of his mind will change everything here. That was weird. So there's gonna be a moment this will turn around. I don't care what anyone says. Oh, it's bad. Look, you need to understand these type of things, and this is the thing that really gets to me. Oh yeah, get back to the plasma. Right, let me get back to that. Plasma has insane amount of money. Right, I want everyone to understand this. Right, for God's sake, just give him a Nobel Prize for the good of all. For God's sake, give him the Nobel Prize. Nobel Prize? ETH short entry 4-3. Nice, man. That's a good entry. That's a good entry. Wow, it's broken the 4,000. Wow, that's incredible. I mean, look, yeah, like it needs to hold the 3828. In fact, we could see a potential reversal, mini reversal from here, and possibly retest the 4,000 level. We'll see. Yeah, back to plasma. The reason why I talk about plasma and the way that why this could be a potential play for me, Z only holds the parade for Donny and everything is going to be sorted. Yeah, it will be fine. It has unbelievable amounts of money. What they're doing right now is the airdrop play. They're looking to flush out as much as the airplop, as much as the airplop of XBL can happen. And then when this settles out and you find a bottom, I'll be buying, because they're gonna have some ridiculous. They're gonna be able to pump this graph up to all-time high easily. I'm sorry, I just got through a couple exactly what happened to the market. I'm sorry, I just got through a couple. Are you like some therapist or something? Were you like hiring them on? Yeah. Cool. Talk more. Do some stuff. Bye. I need to catch the Alvarez show, right? Come on. Yeah. We get it. Yeah, unhappy. He's unhappy. Yeah, whatever. I missed the whole life, but I suspect that Yellow Man put tariffs on China because that's the thing. It's all recorded anyway. You guys can check it out. You can check it out here if you want to see my screen. I mean, it says it there. Others took out the love of the first of all gains will reverse this month. We'll see. Do you have any information about Dreamcash when it will be launched? By the end of this month, it's gonna be launched. Actually, let's have a look. Let's look at Total 3. No, I think we're okay. The 1.05 is important on Total 3 on alts. Zcash, Dash, and XM make some crazy. They're going to, yeah, I agree with that. Got some good plays there. Do you have any information? Stop. Thank you, Dalton. That's what happens when we use swipe to text. Chat makes no sense. I don't know what just happened, but he's disappeared. So he's either still in the session with the couple, or it's over. I don't know. Stop my ears. Dalton's definitely on the bathroom. He's definitely in the bathroom. That's a one hand type. What's going on right now? Yeah, I think that should be fun. That looks. We're just watching right now to see what the market is going. If this can hold, if this can hold, this could do a potential reversal from here. As I said, potentially test the bottom of this golden pocket. Bro, how much is your portfolio is Bitcoin? A lot. My biggest bags are Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. Like they're in my cold wallet in a safe. Genuinely, I don't touch them. I haven't touched them for years. I would say those three would a bit more. I would say about 85% of my of everything I hold is that, and the rest of the 15% I play around with, and I have other investments into certain other things. That's just in the crypto. I also have a lot in like other assets. Bitcoin's going down to 70. Okay, then you should short. You should really like as hard as you can. 1,000x. I think it's just market makers that are taking advantage of the Trump. So yeah, most probably. Good to see you, man. Thank you so much, Coach. I appreciate it. It's a nice to see a good word come in. I do miss the this guy gives no levels. That was my favorite one. I love how they just come in and say it, and then we're just like, wait, we're just looking at the level, man. We're literally looking at the level. The line's there. God, that was a good call. Anyway, it will probably change soon, as you said. Yeah. They're gonna look. There's gonna be some late shorts here for sure, right? What this might even do, and I'll tell you this. This is how market makers play games with you. This might even go down and hit to around the 15.5. No. 15.5, and it'll look like it's going to continue on, and then it'll get eaten up, clean out all the long the late shorts, and then come out and retest these upper levels, cleaning out a lot more liquidity, and then dump back down again. A serious question then. In Q1 2027 bear market. Whoa, okay, that went. Okay, 2027 bear market. How low is Bitcoin realistically going to drop? I don't know. I don't see it dropping. I would be surprised. I would be surprised if it drops below 95. I would say around that. 95, I think, would be the new bottom. 76. Thanks. No, I don't think it would be 76. I think around 100 will be the level where it holds. Can you say something about Fetch AI, Ocean Protocol, or leaving ASI soon? No, I don't know anything of too much of those, man. I haven't looked into those in a long time. 95 will be this week. I doubt that aggressively. It'll be 95 if Donald Trump says something stupid. It'll be 95 if Donald Trump says, but I don't think he's going to. I don't think so. Everyone crying for a dip into this. I mean, okay. What do you think about alt season? I think alt season will come in when there's a lot of liquidity in the market. Right now, what we were getting into and what before Donald Trump had a little bit of a emotional breakdown was the fact that we were getting liquidity rotations, and then after that it was gonna go from there. I like your comment. You're a good man, and also mastermind of Charles. Thank you. But wow, what? That was 3 compliments in one sentence. What's going on? Is everyone okay? What just happened? Wait. Yeah, no, it's real. I'm not sleeping. No, I'm talking about liquidity within the ecosystem at the moment. We saw that it went. What, block him? Block him. We don't want him to have too much. Thanks, man. I use Mexi and I'm having trouble logging in. Why are you having trouble logging in? It shouldn't be a problem. I'll go on to the Skybunker, man. Yeah, thanks, man. Uh, and the thing is, you guys don't even know, man. Like, the rest of my house is not. Anyway, whatever. Can you look at dollar? Oh yeah, let's look at some dollar. Dollar would have probably pulled back hard today. Oh wow. Oof. Man, that double tap of that will probably be, yeah, 0.079. 0.0792 is, yeah. This will dip harder, much harder when if this is going. Just kidding. How big of a deal is Sol ETF? Nah, whatever. Not chat. Keep him humble. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. What you mean keep me humble? It feels so coordinated. Why? What the? What you mean the? What you mean the nice comments that they gave me? I mean it does. I mean there is some level of coordination there. Without today's live, I would probably have had a bit of a panic, but now I'm entertained and I'm in a good mood. Thanks a lot, man. Of course, I'm always here to try and make people feel better and also give some value as well, right? I just know how these things go. I know how these things go. Oh wow, look, it's holding. It's like I gave a level and a direction of what was going to happen. Okay, look, if this recovers back up to the 16.9, then I think we're good. I think we could get some nice little recovery from there. When is the bull run? That's a good question. Soon. I mean, we were starting at this. This is the thing that really gets to me, right? This rate cut should have been a good point, and then he goes and you know what I mean. This recovery will be huge. Yep, I agree with that. At 5:15 p.m. Lol. Yeah. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna be able to be here until that, because family, food, and water and stuff. Because the TikTok doesn't allow me to drink water. Hydration's a problem on this app. ETH entry 3988 just a few seconds ago. Let's see. Ew, let's have a look. Let's see. I think. Let's see. I think you, depending on your level of leverage, I think you got to be okay-ish. Yeah, I think you'll be fine, but take profits, please. I beg you, unless you're buying in spot. Gonna short Ponket until it hits 0. You're the best thing to see live. You mean on like on a you mean like on a screen? No, that doesn't make it sound better. That doesn't make it sound better. I mean, you mean not live, right? Like live, not live show. Because I haven't done that, and you shouldn't know where I live. Thank you very much. Windows are all. Wait, there's Windows down? No, it's all right. Are you watching me now? Anyway, doesn't matter. Whatever. That's a nice little recovery. Yeah, look, I'm telling you, there's gonna be a rotation into Lady Cupcakes. Love, I got you. Alvarez, can you look at Sol? I'll have a look at that. Alvarez, I have a question. Have you ever been broken? Cypher? Yeah, twice. What are you talking about? Yeah. Oh yeah. Being broke is a rite of passage. Trust me. It just means that you're getting yourself out there, and it's easy to do when you're younger. I look at Sol. Yeah, twice. No, I was when I was very young though. I was trying to do some really. I tried to do some other things in my time as well, and then I'm not poor, just broke. And I want to say something to you guys, right? There's a certain level of money where I always say this, right? But if you're trying to look for happiness, if you're unhappy now and you're trying to look for happiness through money, unless it's things where you can't eat or pay for your pay for your like, you know, your house and all, and you have other money stresses like that. There's after a certain amount of money that it doesn't buy you happiness. Trust me. I know some very, very wealthy, really wealthy, unhappy people. Like unbelievably wealthy, unhappy people. What was I looking at? Solana? Where are we right now? I think Sol might have a bit more down. Yeah, I think Sol might go down a bit more. If it was at the 200 mark. Yeah, I would say about I would say about 200. 200 mark would be an area that I think it might test again. Yeah. We'll see. I want to find out. You want to find out what? What do you want to find out? Invite Jam to co-host. No, I'm good. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you for being honestly is very helpful. Yeah, man, it's nothing. I like to keep a happy safe space in this, right? You know, sometimes you have to, you know, beating down on people that are down in the dumps doesn't help anything, right? We were expecting. I mean, like I was expecting some sort of pullback, but damn, like Donald Trump had a nice little move. What's wrong with Fed? A lot of things. Any thoughts on memes? Is there really going to be another memes? Yeah, I think there's gonna be rotations, right? There's gonna be rotations in liquidity going on, and I'm gonna say like BNB season is not over. I promise you that, right? And the thing is that when it rotates into Solana, oh my lord, oh my! You think there's liquidity in BNB? There aren't many people you can ask to find out how to buy BNB, let alone do anything like buy the stupid memes that are on there. Can you explain how I can find land by RS? It's on the. It should be on the tree link. It should be there. What do you think of memes like Punky Chill Guy? All those, I think all those are gonna be pumping like absolute monsters when the liquidity comes into the market. What did Donald Trump do? You know, it's almost it's when you see a candle like that, you're like, all right, that's a Donald Trump candle. What's going on? What's the reason for Donald Trump? Donald Trump potentially putting on he's threatening why he threatened China with massive tariffs and a whole bunch of other trade war type of deals. What's your entry for plasma? I look with plasma. I'll show you. What I'm gonna do with plasma is I need to see a leveling off, a bottom found somewhere. So I need to wait for something like a dip and come back up and just do that. If I see that for a while, then I'll go. And it'll be a spot and I'll wait. Because the amount of money that plasma has, look, I was offered the pre-sale of this. And oh my lord. They were not allowing anyone to get into the pre-sale unless it was $500,000. Right? And even that for a pre-sale or something like that, I was like, that's a bit much, man. Like what? I was like, what? And it sold out. It sold out. I wanted to explain this to you, right? Are you tired of winning it? I'm always winning, man. I have you guys. You guys instate me continuously. It's like a little gang of people that we sit around and just have fun, right? And I'll tell you this, right? The entry for plasma was a minimum buy of 500,000 tokens pre-sale, right? And they gave you a percentage bonus. It sold out in 5 seconds. It was the quickest sellout of any pre-launch in history. 5 seconds it took for it to sell out. So there is some stupid money in plasma. Stupid. and all of this is just the farm. People just selling the farms. The same thing that happened with Asta, right? Just people selling the farm, even though that CZ tried to pump this thing, but I think this is gonna go down more. Looks like there could be a range forming on this though. If that holds, and this is ranging, and then this range will they'll usually do something where it will like bounce like that, and then take off from there. Is there a crash or what? What do you mean? Is there a crash or what? Donald Trump. There's a Donald Trump, not a crash. There's a Donald Trump rather than a crash. Oh, what did I do? I just put, God, I did on the wrong thing. That was better decline. Oh man, look at that. It's a nice little recovery. I sold a bit early though. I sold around here. Hey man, I DC all the areas across multiple large immigrant. Will I ever see a 2x? If you hold long enough, if it's good quality coins with the right fundamentals. I told you the fundamentals, you know, increasing usership, increasing devs and developers on the chain, growth of wallets, all of those things. If those things are happening on the chain, you'll be fine. Can you explain a bit how to participate in these launches? I have no experience with it at all. What I will do is I will give a pre-understanding of them. I will give you guys early entry, and then it's your responsibility to sell it at when you're happy. That's it. Make sure, but you need to understand most of these things can be short term, some can be long term. The other, I can't hold the hand throughout that thing. I can just give you early entries, like the way that I did with Hodl, which was an 11x move. That's your position to sell. My current gecko goes mad with these messages. If Bitcoin going down, I would assume that this thing is going to try and take out some of the shorts now. I mean, it could even go up to all the way up to 119. I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't test the underside of that key level 119 and then bash back down again, depending on what Donald Trump says, obviously. Plasma can make 5 to 10. I don't know if it can do that, but I could say, I mean, I don't like giving those type of numbers, right? I don't like giving numbers where, yeah, it looks like it's coming down. I don't like giving numbers where, you know, 10x or 20x or that kind of stuff. I'd rather see the levels and where it can go from, what levels is what. I do like how I put that line now. So anyway. Altcoin still pay. I don't know. I mean, I don't know about those type of things. Take that hand away from your mouth, brother. Sorry, I was just looking at the graph. 119, then back to 115. I mean, technical participation in the launches. I only use CX so far. I mean, you'd need some. You would need some faster ways to buy. There's a lot out there. God, I was so knackered. I've had a day today. I've had a day today for sure. Especially my last meeting. My last meeting was like, yeah, we're calling off. Donald Trump's tweeted. I was like, you mother. All right, whatever. What's a good entry for virtual? A good time to top up on stocks and shares. ISO. Wait. With the UK, but you're in the UK, right? It's always good to depending on the ISO that you're trying to do, especially if you're trying to do it on a PIP. Be careful with that kind of stuff. You need to get a financial advisor for those type of things. The UK is a bit messy with that kind of stuff, and I can't really talk about it, man. As a mastermind, we would like to see how big is potential. What? What's going on with Fat Cat? Are you joking? What do you mean? What's going on with Fat Cat? Look at the market. Those type of questions, I don't know what to say. Look, the thing I'll say with Fat Cat, and you can understand this, right? You saw how BNB season took coins that were 1.5 million up to 25 million, right? You saw those things. You saw all those aspects. And that's the thing. That's the thing you need to understand. This will happen across all our chains, and you're waiting on like if you like Solana chain is another animal. When Ethereum runs, alt season starts. When Solana runs, memes start. That's it. That's how it works. That's a fundamental fact that you guys need to understand. I'm holding. I mean, I hold them an absolute ginormous amount of it. Source tells Fox Business that President Donald Trump is peed off after a briefing about China's new announcement of export controls. See, this is the thing that I would say, right? I mean, these two fighting, right? These two countries battling it out will not make anyone win anything. And this is the thing that a lot of people really don't seem to understand in these type of moments, especially Donald Trump of all people. You don't need to tariff these people, right? You just need to put legislation in place that will stop people from and stop, companies doing work with other things. And this is the funniest thing of all, right? The very company that is driving everything in the USA, it needs to sell these it needs to sell these these processes, these compute, this all that stuff. That's it. Has the yellow man given a date when he will comment on the tariffs? Not date, but apparently at 5 p.m. ET he's going to be doing an announcement. What percentage of your profits should be in cash? I always have dry powder. Always. It's not a percentage. It's just what I feel comfortable to have to play around with. That's it. That's the way that I like to work. Because the thing is, in my industry, that when there's something coming around and there's something there, and I see a narrative moving, I always like to play around with this. To be honest, this is where you make the I'm in a fortunate position where I can have those insights, and you can see sometimes when I say something and it's like everyone was like, oh wait, why are you talking about this? And then instantaneously it did like an 11x on that moment. I ain't none of these sort of like 1x type of person, you know what I mean? I don't do a video if I ain't gonna do the 11. I don't get out of bed for like down ding. That kind of thing. Bad impression. I hope no one got offended. I apologize. Will we see the move from Bitcoin to gold, all the way around? I got. What? I don't know what that is, Glory. I don't know what you're trying to say. I got 0 pot on SPY today out of the I have no idea what that means. Oof. What's your best investment ever in crypto? I mean, apart from like Bitcoin, it's Solana easily. In fact, no. I mean, when you see, investment I call as long term. Investment I call as long term, right? Gain. Oh man, I've had some insane runners, man. Last season. Oh man. Last season. Oh my lord, there were some mad runners there, man. Oh my god. I bought Sol. I think it was between 12 and $15, something like that. 12, 15, 12, or 12, between 12 and $18. I can't remember, around that level. So I'm up. Like long-term investment, I'm up, and I think that Sol's gonna do some stupid things in the future. So I think I'm doing well on that. Trump's like a baby who didn't get enough ice cream and destroys his drums. Didn't get a Nobel Peace Prize, so he was like, throw something out on the floor. It was like, and China, wah! He went insane. Biggest daily rate candle on SM here since the 4th of April. Yeah, well, because they're worried about this. They're worried about this bad boy here. They're worried hard about it. You know what I mean? If he announces something stupid, I don't want to like freak you guys out, but it will be a big problem. If he announces like the stupid thing he announced here, where it's like tariffs on every country, including countries that aren't countries, and like Pokemon and like Rubik cubes and my sister down the road and my uncle's cousin's dog's getting a tariff, right? When something like that happens, the market pulls, but they're worried of that. How do you recognize those opportunities? Honestly, I promise you, honestly, and I'm gonna be straightforward here. Tips, you know. The tip is where the best part is. when you get a good tip. Yeah, you need to jump on those tips, man. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying about it. Yeah, I know. You need when you get those tips, like the Solana one was someone that actually worked in FTX told me. He was like, look, FTX is messed up. They're all a bunch of crazy idiots, but there's a reason why they bought into Solana. They were actually very good investors, the people in FTX. They knew what they were doing. They knew everything about what they were doing. And when he called me up, he was like, this is ending this and the other. But if I can give you any level of advice, and I didn't listen to him at first. He actually told me at $6, which is like one of the worst things I've ever. Right? I didn't go into it at that point. He told me at $6, and he was like, "Look, if there's any advice I'm going to give you, buy and hold Solana. Just buy it, lock it away, don't look back. Look back in 10 years' time." And he's the type of person when he never says that about anything. Well, he said that about Bitcoin and Ethereum and stuff like that, but he never said that anything. And he was like, "This is going to be something. Like, make sure." And I chucked, and I was like, "How much are you sure here?" And he was like, "Look, if you don't keep your initial investment, I'll give you to it." And I was like, "Really? What type of buffer are we talking about here?" And yeah, so I put a very decent amount of money in there. I think 14,500 will be the bottom. Is it the same with Sui? No, I like Sui. The thing with Sui though is that sweep of liquidity will mean that it will take a bit of time for it to. But I'm a long-term bullish on Solana for sure, most definitely. Friends like that one, gold. Yeah, I have a few of them. Orange needs to say something. Orange Key needs to say something. Otherwise, no relief. But I'm afraid he's going to make it worse. We will see. We will see what happens. Just been doing some TA. Yeah, cool. I'm glad that you are. I'm glad that you are. But I'll say this, right? Even though the S&P 500 did do a dip like that, I don't see it going. Well, okay, all right. With a caveat, 6,380. Fag hasn't tired. Quiet man. It's just so like you can look at flows. Solana flows are very, very low at the moment. That's it. That's the only reason why. 55 minutes to go to the thing. I can't, man. I would love to say I literally can't. I have family and stuff like that to look after. If no tariffs, do you think we if I'll leave you on this note, right? I'll leave you on this note. That was the trajectory. That was the trajectory of the S&P 500, right? If you just draw a line, just this sort of like a random line, we have just caught up with where the bull run would have been, right? This momentary year movement that has gone back down is because of what he did. Ares it's me strong, man. I might possibly know the possible year of the Black Swan. Okay. Are you gonna tell us? It sounded a bit ominous, man. He said that. I was like, all right. How is gold doing at the moment? All right, let me look at gold. That's not gold. Gold. I'm doing well. I mean, when are we getting a house tour? I wouldn't look. There are very few people that have seen my house. Very, very, very few people. and even they saw a snippet of it. And that's in the people in the whale group have seen it. My house looks very different to this room, very, very, very different. Yeah, I think Gold is going to continue. I think Gold is going to do some stupid things now. Look, let's see. Again, look, what I will say right now is that everything depends on what the Orange Man is saying. We're getting a bit of a bounce at the exact level that I gave. Right? Just for the new people that don't think I don't give levels. All right? At the exact level that I gave. So we'll see what happens. I'm not gonna give you a house, Toma. Bull market is a complete short term. Is that what you're saying? 92k coming. Cool. We'll see. Let's see what happens. I think that there could be some further movement up to clean out some of these late shorts, and then it'll bang down, bang 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 down, and then we can go from there. And I would say that if it does go, yeah, if it depends on what he says. That's it. I heard that Tau might overtake Bitcoin. No chance. No chance in any. Whoever said that to you, don't unfollow him. just unfollow. No. Like, I don't say that about anyone. But that's a statement I would say. Don't follow him. One of your first life was from your living room. So if I record, no, that wasn't my living room. No, you guys have never seen my house. I purposely make sure that you guys don't. No one knows where I live. Only a few people. In fact, out of all of my network, I think there is only one person that has been to my house. One. And he was like, "That's a nice house." All right, on that level, I'm gonna love and leave you guys. Today I hope it was a bit of a relief, an understanding that sometimes in these moments, these markets do these kind of things, right? I'm sending drones to your location as we speak. Go for it, no problem. I'm at your front door. Knock on the door. I'm be happy to let you in. And I hope you guys have had a bit of a laugh, a bit of a good time. Some live level giving. Anyone else who doesn't think I give levels, right? And then we can go from there. All right, look, guys, love, affection, all that kind of stuff for the people on the. You make some fish and chips. I wouldn't mind some fish and chips actually. I can't say that. There's a very famous fish and chip person, people around me. They've won awards and stuff, and all that kind of stuff. Look, you guys have been absolutely amazing. Again, I would highly recommend you go and check out the pro group. I'm going to explain more about that after I get off the TikTok. For TikTok people, love, affection, all that kind of stuff. Thank you for the 22,000 likes. I mean, I thought it would be a little bit more, but right. I didn't even get any gifts. It's just like, what can I do? Anyway, look, love. I don't need it. I'm messing around. Catch you guys later. All right. That's TikTok over. 1 second. And I'll say to everyone here, as I said, that wants to get into the pro group, for a somewhat trial period, all you have to do is click onto the link on the bottom of the YouTube, or in fact, you can see it on my. If you're on the X, you can go to my link tree. You can see the Mexi there. You just sign up through there, put $100 in. You can take it out. It doesn't cost you anything, nothing. But if you want to utilize it, as I said, it's possibly the lowest fees out there. Especially for leverage trading and all that kind of stuff. And then we can go from there. Let's see what happens on the weekend. On Saturday, I'm going to be doing an X space, so it'll be a chilled session. If you're going to come and talk, please come. If not, you can come and listen, and we can just enjoy things that way as well. All right, guys, peace, affection, love, all that kind of stuff, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye bye.